This week in trans craziness, celebrities in schools draw controversy. Megan Fox speaks about her transgender children. Netflix pushes trans narratives, and shocking school incidents raise alarms about children's safety. Elon Musk and others weigh in about how far the ideology is being pushed in law and in culture as well. This guy tweeted, like, look at all these celebrities, and they all happen to have trans kids. I mean, to be fair, Rosie O'Donnell, like, there's no way her kid was going to come out normal. I mean, at a certain point, you're like, that's kind of fair. You're like, that one I kind of expected. Did that baby come out of her? Isn't she lesbian? Is that like an adopted baby? I don't know what's going on there. You have Megan Fox. She has like 3 boys. She dresses them like girls. Megan's a little weird though. She seems intelligent, but she always seems to talk about like the devil and like weird shit like that. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if these people sell their souls to the devil. Then the devil's like, you're going to have trans kids. I don't know why he would do that, even if he is working overtime. It's very weird. And I would say from personal experience, this is really interesting. I won't say a name. But I grew up with a girl that was a lesbian, but had a baby with a man that was married to someone pretty famous and had some money. So then she was transitioned and is now married to some whore, and she has a kid. And of course, now the kid is trans, and she like fully exploits this child on all social media platforms, especially TikTok. The kid's a fucking they, them, which is, it's like, she's like, gotta go pick them up from school. And I'm like, oh, who's she with? Oh, no one. That doesn't make any sense. So now the kid's going to be an idiot because you've confused it its whole life. But like, once again, I'm like, this is a trans person, and now her kid happens to be trans. You know why? They literally encourage them. They literally like force them to be trans. Like, she's fully doing it to exploit for like TikTok views, which is disgusting. But I'm like, it's very rare that you have like 2 normal parents and the kid is trans. It's very rare. And this is 100% social conditioning. This is not a thing. If we were not talking about this and the trannies just stuck to Santa Monica Boulevard and did their dances and their karaoke every night, like whatever. Some of them are going to be weird and grow up and do that. I mean, I don't know how people don't think that's weird in general. We like have to walk over there sometimes. And I'm like, what happened that you were like, I'm going to grow up as a huge man, and for fun, I'm going to go dress up as a woman with like big tits and then sing karaoke. I'm just like, is that like, I guess it's fun to people. I just think it's fucking weird. I can't imagine like you can just be normal and do that, but like go off as long as you keep it to Santa Monica Boulevard. But like they're literally pressured. Like, she goes viral on TikTok because she's trans and has a trans kid. And everyone's like, oh my God, this is beautiful. You're so brave. I'm like, the kid is f***ed. Like, that kid used to be a beautiful, feminine little girl with long hair. We were like, she was like literally a little baby supermodel. And now she has chopped up, fucked up hair and like is goth and trans. It's like, great. You know, all they're talking about, they moved to another country too. So we have Megan Fox talking about her trans children.
Noah started wearing dresses when Noah was about 2. And I bought a bunch of books that sort of address these things, that address a full spectrum of like what this is. And some of the books are written by transgender children. Some of the books are just about how you can be a boy and wear a dress. Like, you can express yourself through your clothing however you want. That doesn't even have to have anything to do with your sexuality. So from the time they were very young, I've incorporated those things into their daily lives so that nobody feels like they are weird or strange or different. I can't control the way other people react to my children. I can't control the things that other children that they go to school with have been taught and then repeat to them. So that has been a journey.
To buy your kids books and further confuse them, allow them to wear clothing. It's very simple. When your kid's like a boy and mommy, can I wear a dress? Nope. Boys don't wear dresses. Anything else? That simple. 5 seconds of parenting. So then you went out of your way to buy them dresses, also encouraging that behavior. And then you're allowing them to go to school and get bullied, which is going to make them even more freaks because they're going to be like, why would you like let me go to school and get bullied for wearing a dress? Like, yeah, the kids should make fun of you. Like, because your parent isn't able to be a parent. So that's the kids being like, hey, this is weird. And like, obviously we know now this leads to a lot of, mental health issues. And we kind of like, it's good to identify these people and stay away from them for safety reasons. But I'm just like, you're admitting that like all of this was your influence and you said it was okay. Not only that, you actually went out of your way and encouraged it. So we have a video of a new show on Netflix, which is pushing trans ideology. What the fuck is this? Is that the devil on like a washing machine vibrating? And then also I'm like, okay, cute. You have like the little black character. Why did the dog have an Aladdin hat on? He had like the like what the I don't know what was like the Indian fucking Arab hat on. That was confusing. Okay, so I will say, kind of based of Netflix because they literally nailed it when it came to making a trans character. I mean, that literally looked like the thing I saw at the coffee shop this morning, like on par. It was like chubby, kind of pale, like kind of like fluffy blue hair. They kind of nailed it. I mean, if they would have made it like super like strong, masculine, and good looking, I would have been like, oh, that's bullshit. You know what I mean? But I'm like, I don't know, like they're pushing trans on us, but are they doing it in low-key kind of a based way? Yes. I see everyone's boycotting and canceling their Netflix notification. That looked exactly like the they, them in the coffee shop this morning. It's like actually kind of crazy. It's like almost too on par. Maybe it was after her. They just needed to add the pro-Palestine pin, and that would have been great. That would have been really good. Well, I can't wait to watch that show. It has a devil like masturbating on like a vibrating washing machine, a fat trans person, and a dog with like a Aladdin hat on. Like, you know what? That sounds good. I'm excited. I'm gonna watch that tonight. And you know what is annoying about Netflix too? I was trying to watch Interview with the Vampire. They did a remake of that, and immediately they're gay and they start and I was just like, oh my god, why? Just use two good-looking white people and make them straight. If I have to watch porn, at least just make it somewhat acceptable for me to watch. So we have a video telling the story of the principal of a California elementary school who said 4-year-olds who shared part of the responsibility when they said they were sexually assaulted. So you're blaming a 4-year-old saying they deserve to be sexually assaulted. Great.
There's this elementary school that's called Terra Vista. It's over there in California. It's in the Etiwanda County School District. And they've been having some reports of some preschool teachers essaying young children. How young, may you ask? 4 years old. 1, 2, 3, 4 years old. Now these reports have also ensued into lawsuits against this school. And the principal, her name's Kim Pollock, she is very aware of these lawsuits. And you want to know what her response to all of this is? Oh, this will really just... She said the child brought it upon themselves. She's blaming the 4-year-old. The freaking 4-year-old.
So teachers are molesting... Dude, public schools, all this shit. That's like the dream job for a pedophile. I always thought it was weird. Our teachers in high school were also very creepy. I was like, that's a perfect job to pick if you are a pedophile. Homeschooling has never looked better. But I'm like, so wait, the teachers are molesting 4-year-olds and then they bring the 4-year-olds in and then like what? They're like, well, what were you wearing? Well, what vibes did you give off? Well, were you dressed inappropriately? Like what is happening? See, isn't it situations like this where I'm like, if we just took those teachers and we did it Sicario style in front of the school, I bet the other pedophile teachers were like, oh shit, they're not fucking around. We better get out of here. Seriously, like at some point, like, okay, maybe we don't have to like torture them in public, but I'm like, I feel like we got to put something out there to make them like kind of scared. Do these people still have jobs? Like, how? I don't understand. I couldn't say a customer was overweight if she was 900 pounds. And these people are able to like blame 4-year-olds for like getting molested. And like what they probably like what did they do? They probably went like Catholic church style and just transfer them to another school. Like, that's crazy. Good thing it wasn't my dad. My dad would went in there and beat the shit out of them. Old school, which that's why people were more normal. We have a video of an Oregon man speaking with a cop who said it's legal for a man to walk up to your kid naked. I mean, it's Oregon.
In the state of Oregon, someone can walk up to your 2-year-old kid completely bare naked, and that's not a crime, even if it's on your property.
Correct. Well, so it's trespassing, but what I'm saying is there's no laws against the actual nudity portion of it.
So you can expose yourself to children in Oregon.
Again, if if you're not doing it for sexual gratification or the gratification of somebody else, yes, you are allowed to walk around in public naked.
On private property, this is where I live, and someone just came and exposed themselves to my 2-year-old boy, and this officer's saying that it's not a crime. So a naked person came up onto my property here, approached my 2-year-old kid, completely naked, which I ran over to him and covered his eyes so he wouldn't see. My obvious thought is to call 911 as someone's indecently exposing themselves to my child on my property. At what point did this become a normal and acceptable thing to do? The cops will literally do nothing about it. They're basically saying we have to wait for that person to do something more serious to your kid before we can intervene.
I mean, insane. I dealt with like something similar when it came to squatters at a property. The cops pretty much were like, well, he has to like actually you for us to do something. And I was like, what the is wrong with this city? What do you, and same thing. They were like, well, also wait, I'm confused. I'm not very old. Growing up, first of all, we got tickets for, if they saw you throw trash on the floor, they would go, not jaywalking tickets. Those were crazy. Those were very expensive and very serious. I'm like, what happened to in the middle of the night, if you take your penis out, you pee at some school, not one kid around, cop pulls up. You are literally registered as a sex offender and you have to like go door to door and tell people. That was like normal growing up. You couldn't do any of this stuff. But I'm like, wait a minute, is that not indecent exposure? And would that not also certify you as a like sex offender, which in a normal place it would? And then I'm saying, so his excuse is like, well, I had to be like jerking off to the kid and say that it was intended sexually. And I'm like, wait, so the guy who's so crazy that he would go up in front of a 2-year-old and expose himself, you're going to believe him when he was like, well, it wasn't for a sexual reason. Like, that's where we are. Are these, like that cop, like, look, he looks normal. Are you not ashamed of yourself? How do you sleep at night defending these people? Like, genuinely, especially like how embarrassing you're on film defending that. Do you not have kids? Like, at least, like, I don't know if you lose your job, but I would be like, hey, this is insane. This is who you need to call and this is where you need to go because I am on your side and I'm sorry and I will be a decent human and look out for this guy. But it's almost like the cops now are like in on it. Like, I don't know if they're getting paid on the side, if they're like in I don't know, in deep with these politicians. But I think that's like one of the weirdest things about it. I mean, the cops would like come to my house when me and my sister were fighting and they would be like, threatening to like put me in jail for like raising my voice at my mom. They would literally be like, we will put you in foster care. You will never see your family again for literally fighting with my sister. So I don't know how, and I'm not that old. I don't know how things went from that to this, but we do know Oregon is extremely messed up. Portland is hell. And now we have a tweet from a trans guy in Portland acting like he's literally fleeing the Holocaust. So okay, Threads is really weird. This literally came up on my feed like an hour ago. I don't even use Threads. I've only used it like once to make fun of someone. And it's weird because it's not friends I have in common. They just show me random people and the things they say. And this came up and I was reading it, like trans guy here in Portland. My wife and I need help knowing options of where like we need to he quote, seek asylum. Like he's literally a refugee in like Syria and the government is like coming after him to literally kill him and his family. He's seeking asylum because they're married as an LGBTQ couple and they're worried. And I literally was like, I went to comment naturally and risk my account. Comments were limited as they tend to do on a post they know is insane. And I just was like, oh my God, it's not satire. This is actually real. Trans guy in Portland married to, I think, another trans person, and they're looking to seek asylum. And I'm like, I know where you can go. You can go to Gaza. That is where you and your trans wife can go. Because if it is so scary here that you actively live in fear, even though you're treated like a fucking bald eagle in America, you're literally treated like a protected class, which I don't agree with. Even TikTok said we're not allowed to talk about trans people or criticize them. And I'm like, oh, that's good. We're not allowed to criticize mentally ill people. Okay, so when the guy's like ripping his hair out next to me and like eating his own fingers, we should not be allowed to criticize it because that would hurt his feelings. I'm just like, you know what? Where else? I love it. Canada. So funny. Like all the worst people I know have like literally moved to Canada. The Liberals are like, if Canada's literally ran by Muslims. So the irony of you going there is very, very, very funny. But I'm just like, where are you catered to more? Where in the world, as a trans couple, could you be catered to more? You don't feel safe? Well, yeah, I don't really feel safe around you guys because statistically you shoot us and then you also kill yourself. So that would make a normal person, and you usually are pedophiles. So that would make a normal person very uneasy to live around you. But I will think of a lot of options and maybe I'll respond to you next week. I would suggest somewhere in maybe Pakistan, Syria, Afghanistan. Gaza envelope can be really beautiful at times. Go there. Enjoy. Have a hot girl summer in Afghanistan. Because apparently it's great and we were all lied to.